Welcome back again. It's good to see you here. Love you to life, my friend. Do you remember when we did that process and we sort of felt the energy? If you remember right, we did the place where we rubbed into our hand. We switched and rubbed into the other hand. Do you remember that sense of feeling that you got when you held your hands up? Well, as long as you can remember that, let's begin where we left off. Think about it. You had that ability to feel that feeling that was there inside the space between your hands. Let's first talk about memories for a second. If we scale memories on a 1 to 10, a memory that's a 1 is a memory that's just barely there. A memory that's a 9 and 10, let me tell you, those are life-changing. For some, they're called PTSD. For some, it's just their worst memory ever. If we slid that scale down to about an 8, the memories in a 1 to 8 range, they're memories that take place any time in your life. And yet life seems to go on, continue. You learn how to handle them, and you just do those things. But that 9 to 10, life's going one way. A 9 to 10 happens, and all of a sudden you change direction, and there are things you'll never do in your life. What I'd like to do with you now is let's slide that scale down. Let's bring it into where we look at a range of, I'm coming here. Let's look at a range of a 3 to 4. That is a memory that still happens. It's like everyday things. The key is, as you think about that memory in a 3 to 4 range, make sure that you know there are negative emotions and feelings still there about that memory, because what we're about to do is going to heal those emotions and feelings. So find for yourself now, find just one of those memories that we know is in that range of a 3 to 4. Got it? Good. Let's do this now. I'm going to show you how to do the process. Wait until I've actually shown you how to do the process and we'll do it together. I'm going to make it really simple. I'm going to make the learning easy for you. I'm going to think about my 3 to 4 memory right now. I'm going to create that ball again. I'm going to take my hands so they're nice and relaxed in front of me. And as I totally pay attention to that memory, I'm going to look right into this space that I have inside this ball. And as I only now pay attention to that memory, my hands already know what they're going to do. So as I pay attention to that memory and stare right into that middle space, I'm simply going to move my hands apart. That's right, and back together. Now keep watching, keep learning what we're doing. Apart and back together. Apart and back together. Now I'm going to do something different this time, so watch. My hands are still facing each other. I'm still fully focused on that memory. But I'm going to take my hands apart and I'm going to take them all the way out there. All the way up to the side, and then I'm simply going to open them up and let it go. After that, I'm going to look around the room, and you're going to do the same thing. And then we'll check on that memory. So are you ready? Get your memory. Think about your memory. Remember, only a 3 to a 4, because this process is set to work on a 3 to 4. There are others that I can teach you that will work on memories higher up, but for now, let's work on a 3 to 4. So as you focus only on that memory, go ahead and make that ball once more. Just make the ball. You won't have to do any other, like we did before. Just make that ball. Now, as you think only about that memory, stare right into that space. It's important that you stare right into that space while maintaining your focus completely on that memory. Are you ready? Here we go with the ball. Focusing on the memory now. Go ahead and move your hands out and back together. Maintaining your focus on the memory. Once again, maintaining that focus. Beautiful. You're doing it just perfect. Now maintain your focus. Keep the hands facing each other and remember what we're going to do. We're still thinking only about that memory. Allow the hands to go all the way out. That's right. They're still facing each other. And simply let it go. Now, join me and look around the room. Excellent. Now do yourself a favor. You think about that memory. As you think about that memory now, just drop right down into the emotions and feelings about that memory and notice. Is it now neutral? Excellent. Now, if there's any way that it isn't completely neutral, it's different now, isn't it? That's right. So if it's not completely neutral yet, perhaps it was a stronger memory that you worked on, and it's okay. You're in a learning curve for what you're doing. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to only think now about what are the emotions and feelings that remain from that memory. In some cases, it might be another connected memory that's coming in. It won't matter. What matters is that now you pay attention to the emotions and feelings that are still there, And as you pay attention to only those emotions and feelings, think about them, stare right into that spot, and please do 3 all over again. That's right, all over again. And then go all the way out, simply let it go, and check. Chances are you're going to discover you're absolutely neutral. Now, people who really can't figure out that scale of memories occasionally, some people have even had to do it the 3rd time. Normally, if that memory really is in that lower range and you're truly paying attention to the memory as you stare into that space, that memory will already be neutral. Imagine what it would have been like had you known how to do this as a child. I certainly would have loved to have known how to do it. I love the grandparents that are now teaching their grandchildren. The end result being, it doesn't matter what happens in that child's life. They now can make it a very happy memory. They now can take away the stingers. They can now create for themselves the type of change that you and I wished we had known how to do. Now, this is just a beginning. It's really an introduction to what we now know is possible to do with memories. So I trust you stay with us and continue more in the pathway that you're now headed. You can learn all the way to all the therapies that are now available through Memory Energy Therapy Association. All the techniques and processes that will allow you to become the person you've always desired to be. I thrill that you're going to be looking at the potential of SoulLink, which has proved to be completely successful for every person who's used it. Imagine a process that absolutely works. I've worked with people who've gone through therapy for years. Whatever it was they worked on, in seconds, became neutral for them. It's a joy to have you here. One thing you need to know is there's much more information on that Memory Energy Therapy website. Make sure you look it all over. And I look forward to being in contact with you once more. Why? Because all of us here at Memory Energy Therapy, we love you to life. Thank you, and bless you.